Hey guys, how's it going? Pretty good over here. Not bad at all, not bad at all. We're gonna take a look at these strange, unusual creatures. Well, some of them are strange and unusual. Maybe never seen them before. I'm just gonna go through 3 slides on this, but they have multiple animals just like this. Let's start hitting it. Welcome back, everybody. I did look up some of the translations for this because I wasn't sure about some of it. So up there in the left, you got an aromatic shell. So that's what it is. That's what it says. Below that, though, you have the purple of Tyre. I think they use that to make natural dye. Tyrian purple or royal purple, I think, is what we're more familiar with. And I believe it's a mucus secretion that the snail gives off. So that's a gross way to color stuff. But, what else we got here? We got a manatee. I see these in Florida every time we go. Well, when we go to the Keys, manatee. So amazing to see. It is like seeing an ancient creature. It's really cool. Some of my favorite ones. What's this here? This is a catfish or the fish of Toby. So it's a Toby fish or a catfish. So it looks like a catfish, so that makes sense to me. But they used to call it a Toby fish too? Interesting. Going on down. We got a behemoth or hippopotamus. So they used to be called behemoth too, perhaps. Interesting. And then to the right of that guy, it's a head of the fish of Jonas. A head. The head. Or a head. I don't know. Of the fish of Jonas. So if you're not familiar with the Bible, there's some passages or a part in there that talks about Jonas getting swallowed by a large fish. He went into the belly of it and he spent 3 days and 3 nights. And during which time, he basically learns his lessons, I believe, and is then spit out or puked out by the giant fish. So, right here in this book, they're saying that's the fish of Jonas. It's interesting. It looks like a dolphin with a giant mouth, wide open. Interesting. And then down here, Leviathan, or the Vectis fish. So... both the Jonas fish and the Leviathan are like in the Bible, I believe. So it's a serpent noted in theology and mythology, that's for sure. Leviathan. I've never seen that version of Leviathan, so that's pretty cool. Looks like a hammerhead shark, but a little different, right? Fins and whatnot. Like a fish with a hammerhead shark head. Because it looks like it has scales. Well, that's the way they drew it, so I guess it probably didn't have scales. Maybe no. So here's some scaly creatures here. I'm just going to point out the most interesting ones. Boom. Oh, I went back to the other page. Bummer. Here we go. That's what happens when I use the touch screen. That does it sometimes. The basilic. Right there to the left, second one down. The basilic. We've heard about that and seen that in some of my other videos. This is a little bit different picture than I've seen before. It looks mostly like a snake. Wow. Great zooming in. It has a crown and a arrow for a tongue. So, yeah, that's one interpretation of it. I mean, everything else on here looks pretty much like what it's supposed to, so... I don't see why that wouldn't. Seraste? I don't know what that is. I looked it up and Seraste. Couldn't, or Serast, I don't know. Didn't find anything on it. A little horned lizard looks really cool. The dragon of Ethiopia. Yeah. Said to attain a length of 180 feet. Said to kill elephants. And are long living. I did look up a little mythology on that right there, so... pretty cool. There's other, you can find that online. Look up Ethiopian dragon. You guys can do your own research on that. Pretty awesome. And got a couple other pictures of the dragons looking exactly like that. However, when I read the mythology or whatever on it, it doesn't look like 180 feet here per se. maybe it does, you know, when you look at the ground. Pretty huge, I guess. I was thinking it was tiny. What else we got on here? A crocodile. A bat. That thing is cool right there. The stellion. Stellion. It's got stars on its back. Thing's amazing looking. Little shrew over in the corner. He made the list. Some bugs. All right, all right. This guy's kind of weird too. Aspic Chelodian. Look at that mouth. Huh. All these serpents. Look at that head. Strange. Anyway, let's go to the next one. Oh, yeah. This is pretty cool. I never heard of this before. Camel leopard, or the giraffe. Anybody hear a camel leopard before? Kind of an awesome name, really. When you look at it, you're like, it's like a camel. The spots look like a leopard. Camel leopard. I think camel leopard. So it's not just a clever name. The rhinoceros. L'elefante. And then these deer at the bottom. I think the one all the way to the right is just the deer. And then this one is Laherto deer. And that was actually the most interesting one. If somebody could find if this species is still around, that'd be amazing. Look at that. What's up with the diamond on its head? That's the most interesting thing. I'd like to find something with this deer in it. If anybody knows any information, can leave it in the comments section. Oh, this one right here, too. All the way to the left looks like just like a little guy, but the ibex, those things get huge horns. Huge, beautiful horns. They get pretty big. That picture doesn't really do him any justice right there. And then you got a gazelle, a hyena, and the tiger. So, the interesting ones. I'm going to recap on this one. Laherto deer. Interesting knowing about the camel leopard. Also, they didn't really get the nubs on top, right? Did they? Like a couple straight up horns. Obviously, the Ethiopian dragon. Let's look that one up and learn about it. The basilic. Super interesting. There's other information out there on that one. I think Mine Unveiled channel. So, yeah. I'm just going back through. Which ones would I want to explore further, you know? And then the Leviathan, the Jonas fish, and the Toby fish would be kind of interesting. Like Toby fish, look that up. But all right, that's it, guys. Just a short one today. Love y'all.